Hey guys, Reese here. I thought I'd do another knife review. Um, Long overdue, kind of, on the Jesse Jarosz collaboration with Kabar, the Turok Camp knife. Now, I've used this quite a bit, so I didn't want to do the review until I fully tested it. So I've carried it with me too, lots, because it's so light. Honestly, I think this would make a great military issue knife. It's really light. 8-inch blade, 1095 chromium vanadium steel, and of course, K-bar. Can I see that? It's 7511. So the blade is 8 inches. The handle is ultra mid or Zytel. No, it's whatever they call it. It's some kind of polymer. Anyway, so I've tried it out. I've chopped a lot of stuff with it. I brought this in too. I chopped this with it too. I don't know, it's pretty thick. It's got some girth. Yeah. This is, what I cut down with this knife. Oh, the coating on this knife it's on there pretty good. Cause, like, I barely got any scratches, but I do take care of my knife, so. But, yeah, it just barely any scratches. God, man, I've chopped down so many things with this thing. Uh, and I'm surprised that, like, it's just, the coating is not going off. It's on there pretty thick. I've done some stabbing. Oh, this knife is great for, like, throwing. Like, I don't throw it, but sometimes I just throw it into the ground and it just sticks easy. It's got a good, tip. It's a good blade. Sorry. Yeah, so, but let's look at the tip. See that? I don't know if you could see that. Sorry about the lighting. The lighting in here is just terrible. Yeah, that's the coating. It's pretty thick on there. Let's see if we can get this into focus. It's got a really good tip. It's really pointy. Almost reminds me of the modified Tonto, almost like a elongated, like a wider version of it. If Essie in Ontario, if that knife would have babies, this thing would come out, man, because it's almost the exact same blade shape as the Ontario R-Tac, right? Although my micarta handles would have been great. I got to look into that, getting some micarta handles. So I love this knife. It's pretty good, but it's not there's not enough weight behind the blade, I find. The handle's pretty much perfect. At first, the hot spot that I was getting, I love the handle, but the thing is, the hot spot would be, gosh darn it, man, darn lighting. You see the logo, the Jesse Jarosz logo? Okay, right here, it's pretty sharp. Like, that's, oof. Yeah, but you get used to it after a while. Like anything, you become callous to it. So, yeah, I love this knife, this blade play. But it's just it needs to be thicker, like a little bit thicker maybe, to make it more, like, the one thing I love about the K-bar Becker design is the BK9. I love it, just bites into the wood. This thing, it's pretty sharp. Like, I've got it so scary sharp that I try to do feather stick and it would just take out huge, like, a really bite into the wood. Easy to sharpen, very easy to sharpen. Um, God, what was I talking about? Sorry, man. Smoked a spliff with my friend earlier. Kind of out of it. Yeah. So, um, basically, it came in this sleeve. It came in this box. It's basically the same Becker box, kind of, with a sleeve and the thing on it. Brought to you by Stapleton's Great Adventure Company for all of your outdoor and camping needs. Check them out. They're really awesome people, family owned. Not an endorsement. They're just really cool and friendly. And I get, this is where I got the knife. I got it. Of course, I'm in Canada, so everything's cost like an arm and a leg as of recent, too. And, so, yeah, I got it from them. So check them out, man. Guys are awesome. Very fast shipping. I got it basically the next day after placing my order. Yeah, so I buy lots of stuff from them. So yeah, check them out. Stapleton's Great Adventure. They gave me this sticker. Pretty cool. Awesome. On to the knife. So yeah, but it feels that when I try to take on bigger, like thicker pieces of wood, deadfall, whatever, it just it's like a medium duty task knife, basically. Like, it's not. I would say between this and a BK7, I would have to go with the BK7. But it's still a great knife. I don't see why they don't use this as a military issue. It's really, gosh, it's light and it's just. I don't want to show my floor; it's messy. Anyway, yeah. So it's great. The sheath. Excuse me. I love the sheath. It's like, I don't know, Kydex or something. Maybe it's glass reinforced nylon. I think maybe. Anyway, I just love the feel of that. I did my buckle that way. I don't really like that one. Got the Kabar logo. Jarosz, of course, you can reverse it and do whatever with it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of the money's in the sheath. So yeah, the knife has been good. I've chopped down trees, deadfall, branches, walking into the woods. I love Kabar. But this is like, if you're one of those guys that goes camping and you like to cook and cut meat and do all those things, do a lot of food prepping, this is the knife to do it. It cuts such fine slices. It's great. It's a great all-around knife. But as for like heavy duty chopping, you could do it with this knife, but you would have to. I suggest making a baton so you could just chip away at a bigger piece of tree than this thing here. Like, yeah, it took a lot of wax. This is what it came down to. See all that? See it? Yeah, so it took a lot of hacks. With no baton, I just kind of chipped away at it. I made a big, huge, but it's ridiculous. My friend loves it because it's basically like he's a big guy, right? So it's like, and I put duct tape around it, or not duct tape, hockey tape around the handle. So it's like this big club. It's so Neanderthal like, but he loved it. So yeah, keep it, So swinging around and everything. But yeah, so it's a good knife. It's very, very sharp. Comes very sharp. Of course, K-bar always comes sharp. I have yet to see a K-bar come dull. I've had some sort of weak, but like in sharpening wise, but not often, man. I've bought a lot in the past. So yeah, the handle is the issue too, right? So, some people complain. I heard that something about the nut sticking out. I don't see that on mine, but let me see if I get a better angle. No, I don't have any of that on mine. I maybe you got like a dot or something. I don't know, but yeah, not a single chip in the. And of course, after I cut this, I remember doing the paper test right away. So it did cut paper flawlessly. But yeah, the blade could be a little thicker, and it needs, so that way I like to have a big knife that can do kind of everything. And I was hoping that this would be it, but the length is good, right? But it's just the weight, it's just so light, but it'll do the job, man. If you only have this knife, and it is $10.95, it's a great deal for $10.95 blade, right? After taxes and everything's said and done, I paid 200 Canadian for this knife. It's a great knife if you do a lot of cooking, prepping, and stuff like that, rope cutting or anything like. This is a good knife. It's pretty light. If weight is an issue, this would, and you could do it any kind of way, MOLLE compatible with it, and do it that way. Yeah. So this is my 2 cents on the knife, and I hope you like it. If you have any questions, let me know. I noticed that there's not very many videos. There's only about maybe two videos. One's just like music or something, but two videos of this knife. I believe this is a fairly new knife. It came out like last year, like about a year ago exactly, almost. So, yeah, so I haven't seen very many reviews on it. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll answer them. But yeah, it's a good knife. If you're not into chopping huge trees or being, like deadfall or whatever, then yeah, this would be a great knife. It's light, very sharp, very versatile, and it stays good looking, like throughout a lot of use. It's good. It's a good knife. So I'm happy with it. I would give this knife maybe about a I'd say about man 3 out of 5. About maybe a 4 out of 5. I just believe that the blade could be a little bit thicker. It's just standard K-bar thickness. Yeah, that if it had a little bit more weight behind the blade, man, this would be the perfect knife. But like I said, if SC6 and Ontario RTAC had a baby, this thing would come out. And yeah, because it's the exact same shape as the RTAC blade, except the RTAC's a full flat grind. This is like almost. It just has a very. It's a very well, you know what I'm talking about. It's got it's not exactly a full flat grind, so you can see that it's like pretty much not a saber grind. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents. Remember, check out Stapleton's Great Adventure, man. These guys are awesome, good deals, and a lot of good knives and other gear, So yeah, check them out and tell them I sent ya. Okay, peace, guys.